Hey, what's up ladies? It's time for a Jacqui Briggs guide. Jacqui Briggs. As you can see in the title on the left, the the custom variation name, I actually don't think she carries. Now I know this is going to be extremely unpopular. Most people are going to be like, you know what, dislike right now. But let me explain. She is extremely strong. She only has one or maybe two weaknesses. She can get zoned, and if you fight someone like Joker or something, it can be hard to get in. Like, this is nice and rangy, but she doesn't, like, her whole body is a hurt box, right? Everything's a hurt box. So, it can be hard to get in. Like, especially, I would say, against Cetrion. Like, when I play Jacqui's as Cetrion, I don't have a hard time, because I just win them and they're back here. Then they have to get back in all the time and fight my wall and stuff. And I just need to keep stepping away and they can't get in. She can only do this, and that's unsafe. Or she can try to do this, but, you know, right there she loses her turn. It's not hit confirmable, so meaning like she can't like do something like crazy like this and react, do it safely. She can't. Anyways, so I think she doesn't carry because she takes a lot of skills to play. To me, carrying means like Sub-Zero. It's not that hard to play, and he sweeps you to victory because of his BS tools. She is just really good. Doesn't have any 50-50s, not that I can think of. Doesn't have any sorts of crazy BS. She's just real strong. But you need to be good with her. That's why you don't see scrubs just picking her up and smashing and Kombat League. People who play her are usually good. I'm going to try to tell you how to be good with her. Okay, so let's talk about the most popular variation. Grenade launcher with the bionic bounce. So like the bubble one. The bubble? Like the plasma one, right? The only difference between this and the regular variation 3 upgraded, is that this just does more damage. And you have like somewhat of a projectile, right? Like this is a mid, which is nice. What this forces you to block, and you have to take the chip damage. If you amp it, you get some stuff on the ground. It causes chip. Right, some chip. Let's do it again. So yeah, you get some chip. It's actually more damage than you might assume. Like, you're forced to take all that chip. And it does a little bit more damage when you're hitting them, right? Because of that thing. Like, this does a tiny weeny little bit of chip damage, as you can see, 0.24. I'm not sure if the bubble itself does more damage, but anyways, generally speaking, this will do more damage than the regular upgraded. Okay, Jacqui's a rushdown character. She only wants to be one place, and that's right here, nowhere else. So this means that, quick tip, when you grab behind, because look at how close she's gonna stay. Right here, you get some OK, you have time to walk forward. If you throw forward, no, that's exactly where you don't want to be as another Jacqui. It's pretty crazy to think about, but pre-patch, close leap and far leap actually did not cost anything. Didn't cost a bar. Now it costs 1 bar. So it's like a slap on the wrist. You're still going to see some Jacquis use the close range one, because just to trip people out and stuff. Especially like just to close the distance. That's pretty good. You can cross up if you do it fast. Do it close. Just be careful, because it's super easy to miss, right? You have to be like almost touching the ground before you can cross her up. Plus then there's a mind game, right? Are you gonna go close and hit from up close, or are you gonna throw a ball in their face immediately? So that's why, since you can always throw a ball in their face like this, that's why you can often leap. And they're not going to do anything. They're not going to try to anti-air, because they're waiting for that ball. And that's why this is a good tool to use. Which, by the way, if you do it, so you're not going to be able to land a punch unless you do the close version like that. The only way you can land a punch without using your defensive bar is to simply use your ball. But when you use your ball, they can anti-air you. So for example, I'm going to get a punish. Boom. So let's just illustrate this a little bit better. I'm gonna try to ball her and then hit her. Let's do it properly. And I'm gonna get anti-aired first, just like that. Right, if you didn't know, like down 2ing is good. Let's try to do it even faster. Even if you do it as fast as you can, it's too negative. So just be aware of that. You can get launched. And what is the counter to that? Well, let me show you. So you get countered after you do this, right? And you try to fall on their head with jump 2, and you still get countered. And by the way, when you do that ball thing, you do jump 2. Don't do jump 1. Jump 1 looks like a bit easier because of the angle, which it is, right? It's easier to touch, but it does less damage. So get used to doing jump 2, please. Okay, that's best practice. But anyways, so you do that, bang, the anti-air. Here's what you want to do. Do it twice. You can amp it twice. You can actually do it 3 times. 1, 2. It's not easy. 1, 2. God damn it, I suck. 1, 2, 3. There you go, 3 times. The 3rd time is not amped. And when you don't amp the ball, you can't punch. The reason why you amp is to punch. It liberates you to do something after. And that's how you combo. Right? Otherwise, I'm clicking, nothing happens until I fall down. So how minus am I on block? Minus 17. It's a full punish. Even if they don't anti-air me. So you could do 1 amped and 1 non-amped. If you're confident they're going to try to anti-air you, if you're, you don't, let's say you just have 1 bar, it will hit them. You're not going to be able to combo into it, but you'll have plus frames. For example, you do this, see, I thought I was trying to anti-air, and she just got me. What's her hit advantage? 6? It's not a lot. Yeah, so I'm trying to YOLO it down too. Doesn't work. She's faster than me. So that's the counter. And of course, if you want to combo after with those mind games, you have to amp and then boom, you get a counter. So that's why you have to kind of be respectful when Jacqui has 2 bars. Because even though you can anti-air her, she can just double up and then open you up. So that's the mind game. That's the mix. So that's that in terms of the leap. The leap is the strongest thing in the game, I would think. You can always do like 1, 2 and then just fly away. Like this. I think that's pretty fine. You can get countered though when you land on massive raid. So just be careful. And the mind game too with forward 1, 2. Which by the way is 11 frame mid. Look at this range. It's -2. And not only is it -2, but it's super fast in terms of like the act, because it's not just 2 frames that you have to react, right? So it's 2 frames that this one is stuck in block stun, or in hit stun, sorry, or just in stun longer than you are. You can move 2 frames faster than her. But what it means is that before we're both in or I am in recovery, we have a couple frames where we're both stuck in an animation of stun. And I've showed this in one of my videos where I talk about the hidden frames, which you can search my channel if you're interested. But look at this here. I'm gonna hit, I'm gonna grab. This is -2, okay? Look at this, was really fast, right? It's super hard to react to. You're able to so you have to think this might come, or you're like, oh wow. By the time you react to a stagger, you've been grabbed. But look at forward 3 now. Forward 3 is -2 as well. But look at how longer you have to react. You see how longer it was? And it whiffs too. Like, am I close? Yes, I'm close as yeah, I'm as close as possible. You can't grab. You'd have to take a step forward and grab, which is not as good as just grabbing immediately. Right? So this means that forward 1 is insane in terms of just staggering and doing something else, right? Because the wait time is not as much as this, right? Look at how slow this is compared to... See how slow it is? This means that you can do stuff that you can't do with forward 3. So for example, with forward 3, you can do forward 1 and 2 backdash forward 1. Like this. People punch, boom, you hit them again. And since it's nice and rangy, you're gonna hit. Look at how nice this is for range. Like, you could do it with this. It's just like very hard. It might be better if you do forward 3 and 2 backdash forward 1. Now let's get the AI to punch. Okay, this is as fast as the AI can move. Like, your opponent is going to be much slower than this. So if they're panicky, and actually if they have fast reactions, it's going to be better for you if they actually have fast reactions, because they're going to poke and then you're going to hit them. This is so fast that sometimes you see people... the AI just trying to... It's so fast that sometimes you see people do this. Whoops, I have to turn this off. Just get a moment. They backdash. The other person didn't even react to the backdash. Anyways, there's that, right? You don't have to backdash. You can just continue your attacks with something else. And look at this. Only -2 again. I would say that 4-3-1 is a little bit more reactable than the other staggers. But again, with the 4-3, the staggers are either 4-3, 4-3-1, and then sometimes you just complete it. You input the whole thing, 4-3-1, 4, 1 plus 3. Because the 1 plus 3 on block doesn't come out anyway, so always press 1 plus 3 when you commit. Right? You can't special cancel after the 4, after this. So make sure to press 1 plus 3 now. Okay, again, another mind game with forward 1, 2. Sometimes you watch matches and then you see Jacqui's doing this. Uncontested. Right? You're like, why? Because you know that this is supposed to stop. She can special cancel after this, but it's unsafe. Right? She can do all sorts of unsafe stuff. This is unsafe as well. This doesn't even touch. So now you're wondering, like, why are people respecting this? It's because when they have the bounce, and pretty much only when they have the bounce is when you want to respect this. Unless you're scared that they're going to YOLO something, but don't even be scared of that. They can do this. And then open you up. I react. I push a button, because I think her turn is over. And then I get hit, but it looks like... Ooh, I can actually dodge it with forward 1 in the mirror. I didn't know that. You can backdash sometimes on reversal. But... I mean, it depends on the angle, I would assume. Maybe not. Yeah, there's a counter, but I think it'd be fine to backdash in most instances. Especially from block, what Jacquies are trying to do is do it real quick so that if you push a button, you're gonna get opened up like this, right? There are ways around it, like you can obviously see. But you just have to figure out what it is for your own character. Okay. Okay, back 3-4. Plus 4. This is guaranteed. You do 9 minus 4. It will touch on the 5th frame. Your 4-3 becomes indirectly a 5-frame move. Indirectly. Because your opponent is stuck in blocks on 4 frames. So if this is 5, nothing can beat this. And this is a mid that can be staggered. It's incredible. So if Jacqui does this to you, be careful. Keep blocking. And it's a mix. You're going to be mixed between either a 4-3 or you're going to be mixed between a grab. But the grab... they'll need to take a little step forward. A tiny little step forward. So it might give you a little bit of time. Which, by the way, Jacqui's grab is terrible, just like a down 2. This is like one of the worst down 2s in the game. The grab is like... I don't know why it's so bad. I think it's because some people say she backs away. Look at her face, how it's getting more in the grills, you see? She's backing away while she grabs. Anyways. And again, once you jail someone... and they respect it, you can do crazy things like this. Like this is 9 frames. Well, 9 frames with the hop. This stuff online, this is not real. Meaning that offline you can react, offline you cannot, online you cannot react. Which is cheap, and which is why I don't do hop attacks. But, if you want to do them, if you just want to win, do it. So that's the option. Use your plus frames to continue attack. If you're new, never do plus frames into nothing, into block. That's a complete waste of time, of technique, of everything. Once you're plus, you move. Alright, you can also do back 3-2-4. It might catch people who aren't used to the overhead, right? But I don't think it's the most useful thing. Back 3-4 staggered, you don't see that often, but this is only minus 3s. You know, it's pretty good, I think. But regardless, I think whenever you get this attack on back 3, which is 14 frames, kind of slow. Low, doesn't have nice range, not very nice. Then you want to go into 4 to get those plus frames. This might actually be a good stagger, just back 3 and to something else. The 3-3, sending 3-3, don't do this. What? It's safe now? Wasn't this unsafe? This was unsafe in the earlier versions of the game. They made it minus 3. Boys, wasn't this unsafe? Someone please tell me. What is going on with this game? Sometimes, oh my god, frames change so... Anyways, okay. Is this still unsafe? Yeah? How about this? Yeah, okay. Alright. Okay, so 1-1 is plus 2 actually, right? Which is why you see people doing 1-1 and 2-4-3. You do 9 minus 2 equals 7, so this touches on the 7th frame. So 1-1 is a great stagger, can't grab without moving forward. It's the standing 1 is a bit like lacks range, so you have to be close. And then if they respect your plus frames, you grab. And that's how you open people up. And then when they are moving a little bit too much is when you stagger. When it comes to combos, you often see people doing this, right? And then immediately they go for the down 2. Like this. I mean, this would be more damaging. 996. But let's look at how much damage a down 2 does on breakaway. 295. It does more damage on breakaway than normally. So that's 295 unbreakable. That's why this character is S tier. Now this is more damaging by 1 damage, but their bar, they don't have to waste their bar. Whereas when you get them to break away immediately, they just wasted their bar and you get pretty much the same damage. That's why you're incentivized to do this. But again, now the mind game is, are they gonna break or not? Because if you do this, if I can get it going. Okay, let me put this off. Because if you do this, you just wasted some potential damage, right? You could have done the long combo. This one here. Look at how much damage this is. 340. 1 bar. $400 damage, 2 bars. It's 60 more damage if you go for 2 bars, so it's worth it, I think. And you can keep it completely unbreakable. So imagine that you're trying to get the kill. You don't want your opponent to break away because they have enough life to survive a breakaway. Let's say they're going to be in Fatal Blow territory. You just want to get it over with immediately. So this is how we can keep it completely unbreakable. $376, they never had an opportunity to break. So let's try to do a Fatal Blow with that as well. $478, they never had the opportunity to break. All it cost me was 2 bar and a Fatal Blow. It didn't even include a Crushing Blow. Strong character. If you're having a hard time with the combo, the doubling up of and my goddamn character is not going for it. This thing here. The trick is to click too fast, like really fast. Listen to how fast I click. If you're just slightly slower, might not go for it like now, right? So what I do when I do this is I look at my character, I wait for her because to touch the ground, because sometimes what happens, you're doing this, you think you're fast enough, is because you're still in hit stun, like now. I was still in my animation, so I pressed 2, one of the 2s was in the animation, so you have to wait to completely recover. So just be a little bit more patient, and then you should get the 3 of them. And look at how she leaped. It's just a matter of practicing, but you have to press like 2 as fast as humanly possible. So guys, that's pretty much it. She's all about combos and staggering from the 4-3 with movement, and then just staggering from the 4-3. Did I say a 4-3 with this one? I meant 4-1. So that's pretty much it. Stagger and move a little bit. With this one, you can't really move back as much. 4-1 is definitely your best tool. When you punish, or take back your turn against pokes, take it with 4-3. Don't poke back. There's no need to poke with her. Unless they're like not ducking, then you want to maybe annoy them with down 3. But this is, okay, look, this is 9 frame of startup. This is also 9 frame of startup. There's no reason to not use 4-3. So you always want to use 4-3 to respond to pokes. And she's great to avoid mashers. Since they're all mids, you can get comfortable with using just your highs at some point. Right, try to shimmy people. Some people argue this is an auto shimmy. I'm not sure about that. Maybe, probably. From this side at least. Which also another little quick tip. When you combo off of this one, don't do this. Right, you want to do and then do it. It's because you have to be a little bit careful. I don't think this combos. No, it doesn't combo. So from here, you do this, and you have to enter it all 1, 1, 2, and there are 4 hits. That's why it's a bit tricky, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, but I only pressed 3 buttons, so you do it all. You count 1, 2, 3, and then you special cancel. 1, 2, 3, you special cancel. I count the hit. I just input all my buttons, count the hit at the third, then it's time to hit. Some good damage. I'm going to show you the other variation that I really like, that I often use. Okay, it's the cancels, and this was variation 1 before. I absolutely love this one. So, ooh, my pins did not appear. There's a bug. Now it appears. Okay, so 112, that's the normal string, or you can do, you input it all, 112, left trigger. So it's all in a sequence, 112 left trigger. And then boom. See that? Look at this pressure here. You're gonna react to this? You're gonna react to this, are you really? So this means the grab is coming eventually. You don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. Can you react to this? You're not gonna react to this. The pressure is absolutely insane. And then there's 1-1 or 2-2, sorry. This one I don't like as much because the startup is 10 frames, this is 7, right? Still cool, looks visually cool. Okay, and then the 4-3-1. The most powerful cancels are 1-1-2 and the 4-3-1. Right, because like this is much more difficult to visually react to. Whoops. Than just a normal stagger. See how much there's a longer pause here compared to... Like it's so fast I barely have time to do it with my hands on the controller. It's incredibly fast. And you're in range for the grab, the back grab. With this one as well. With this one, which is why I absolutely love it. This is like a grab heavy variation. And again, characters that have mids are gonna get away with grabbing all the time because you can't just neutral duck them. You can't OS duck them because it's on highs. You're gonna get opened up every single time. That is why. And if you jump, she might be able to catch you while jumping. Maybe not in a full combo like a Kolokan or a Joker. Joker's the best to catch you in the air. But she's still gonna be able to get some nice hits in. So you don't want to jump against her either. So yeah, I love that variation. That's the... You still have the combos. It's a little bit less damaging because you don't have the glue stuff. Yeah, but you have all your damage and then you have some sweet cancels. Guys, that's it for me in this guide. Pretty short guide. It's fairly simple. You just need to practice her combos. She has amazing frames, and when you play against people, you want to be in their face the whole time. No mercy. You don't want to be like... If you're going to be patient, that's the way I play, right? I'm patient. I don't move much. I'm not a crazy wave dasher. I don't dash in and out and stuff. And I back up often. That's why I play Cetrion, because I like being patient. This is why I don't really play Jacqui as much. My god, the wave dash is terrible with her. That's her wave dash. What the hell is this wave dash? But yeah, if you like Rushdown, she's the best in the game for that. I would say she's top 3. Probably, like in my opinion, the best in the games are probably Joker number 1, Cetrion number 2, probably Jacqui number 3, and then I would say Fujin, Liu Kang, something like that. Either or Liu Kang, Fujin. Probably Fujin, Liu Kang. Maybe Spawn after. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. Like, comment, subscribe, peace.